All right. I'll just share my screen. Hi everyone, good evening. So let's start our day. We have a lot to cover today. So it is the day 3. I hope you all remember what we had discussed yesterday. I hope you remember the last, I would say, the case study which we did, right? If can you guys give me a yes in the chat box that you remember the last case study? Or do you want me to just repeat it once more, probably in short? All right. Good. Chalo. Fine. All right. Just to brush up once more, yesterday we had seen a case study where AstraZeneca had been using AI to identify ADR from different social media posts. This was a kind of signal strategy which they were utilizing, where their intentions were that for cardiovascular drug, whatever people are facing different ADR and they are posting about it on different social media platforms, they can capture it, they can understand if those complaints are valid and then convert them into a case by reporting it into a pharmacovigilance platform, and then valid cases should be taken care by the respective regulatory authorities. So that was one way how AI is utilized. We had seen yesterday a lot of applications of AI which can be done. So moving on, let's see another case studies today. So this is another example where you can see implementation of AI, right? How this is done via chatbots and virtual assistants. These chatbots and virtual assistants, they help again in improving the ADR reporting. Now let me tell you how does it work, right? So if you see, there are a lot of platforms, right? There is WhatsApp. You would have seen that at times you go to some websites and in down right corner there is a chatbot which opens, and it generally talks to you, tries to know about your information and why you are there on the website, what are you looking for here, right? There are separate applications also with the chatbot where you can go and have conversations with. So these pharma companies, what do they do? These chatbots are readily available in the market by different companies, right? Now these chatbots are also coming with the AI implementation in them, right? So these chatbots are generally to engage with the patients, right? And then they are able to capture the possible ADRs. Now how do they do it, right? So a chatbot generally asks structured questions. Yesterday how we had taught the AI model about the different keywords, here in the chatbot we can decide what questions do we want to ask them. Like, just giving you an example, in starting we would want to know that who is the person, or who is the individual behind the chat. Are there is it a male or a female? What is the age of that particular person? What is their name and everything? All those information we want to know, and then we want to know like what is their complaint. So chatbots generally ask structured questions, like after knowing who is there behind the mobile, who is chatting with the chatbot, they try to know that which medication are you taking, what are you experiencing, what kind of side effect you are experiencing from this particular medication, right? Chatbot generally asks you, can you describe some symptoms? Then people generally tell, okay, this is the symptom I'm facing. Chatbot ask, when did the reaction start for you? Have you stopped taking medications and everything? Just like in any complaint they tell, in general what happened, a reporter goes and put their complaint either in form of an email or in a post, or a postcard, or letters, or in a telephonic conversation. Here what is happening, whatever the patient or the reporter is feels facing, they are telling it to the chatbot, and how that is happening in a conversational way. So this is one of the another use case of AI. Now again, the similar thing happened how I had given you the example yesterday about the keyword analysis. Here also AI algorithm are there. They are trained on lot of huge amount of pharmacovigilance data, right? These AI are able to assess and categorize the severity, frequency, and potential drug interaction through the conversations which they are happening, making, right? Here, the AI ensure that all the important reporting fields which are required, like we spoke about in our first session, the drug name, the reaction time, the patient information, the product name, the patient demographic, everything is able to capture while having these conversations. So this is like AI is going to ask you a question and the reporter is going to answer it, and in a structured way AI will ask all the mandatory questions which are required to make a case valid, to so that that case can be moved ahead. And once the chatbot have all this information from the conversation, then the AI, another set of AI model which runs on those data sets which they have figured out, the answers which they have got, and then they start doing they start analyzing it by doing different sentiment analysis. And if in case they find out that any serious case is there, then a immediate flag can also be done by the AI at the same point of time, so that this particular case, this particular conversation, or this particular complaint can undergo expediteness, or it can be flagged as an urgency report. So immediate action can be taken. This particular case can be prioritized over 100 of other cases which have been attempted to be registered, right? So this is again one of the example that is done via the chatbot. I hope, like, if you all can just tell me in the chat box, you have seen different have you came across a chatbot in your WhatsApp itself? Maybe not for health or ADR reporting, but in general, have you come across any of the chatbot? Yes, all right, all right. I just have one yes. All right, perfect, perfect. So these chatbots are just similar like any other chatbot you have seen. Only difference is these are specifically made for healthcare and life sciences. These are involved with the AI into it so that a proper ADR can be identified, because that is the whole purpose of implementing these AI chatbots into the system. Now, so I would just want to give you a couple of examples over here. So these are different organizations like Azure. You all would be knowing Microsoft, right? Microsoft being one of the most famous organization. There is something called as Med Safety, and there is also called as a Quilksoft. So all these three organizations have different chatbots. Now, any pharma company, any healthcare organization, or any life science organization can utilize these chatbots, and they can customize it according to their own need, right? Everyone might not need for, I would say, ADR reporting itself. Maybe people need for some other purpose, right? Maybe to sell their product or anything. So these are the companies who are providing chatbots. So you need not to make a chatbot on your own right from scratch. These companies will provide you chatbot. You can have an AI engineer who can make these model. That engineer can integrate this chatbot and the AI model, and they can put it either into their website, either they can send to all the patients who have been buying their medications, or if in case any clinical trial is happening, they can float it around to all the people who have been recruited into the clinical trial, or to the healthcare professionals, any which ways. Let me just show you a couple of them. Just a moment. So, all right. So, the first one, right? So it is called as Quilksoft. I will share all these link of these companies as well for you. So this is a platform, or this is an organization. If you see, it says chatbot marketplace. Marketplace is nothing. Amazon is a marketplace where there are a lot of different stuff which is available and consumer can go and buy. Flipkart is another marketplace. I spoke about Practo the other day. Practo is a marketplace for doctors where different doctors can come, and these doctors can list themselves, and patients can go and they can take consultations from them, right? Pharmacy is another marketplace for medications. So this is a chatbot marketplace. So you will find all different kind of chatbots over here. As of now, I have specifically, and I remember, I hope you guys remember I spoke about HIPAA compliance, right? So all these platforms are HIPAA compliant. They make sure, if you see here, HIPAA compliant communication that connect doctors, nurse, and patient. They make sure that none of personal identification information is being taken and utilized ahead or passed ahead. So they keep all the data, all the conversations completely anonymized, and they cannot be sold ahead. This information cannot be given ahead. So here, if you see, there are a lot of chatbots which they provide, right? Probably I'll send you the link. You can just go through the website. They have an automated patient engagement automatically trigger, right? So you can decide what questions you want the chatbot to ask. So you can give them a pre-decided checklist that this is the first question I want to ask, then second is this, third is this. If there is a yes or no question, if the patient says yes, then you have to ask this question. If the patient says no, then you have to ask next question, or then you have to move to the next question, you know. So the whole flow you can decide, and the whole journey you can decide, and then you can select and you can completely customize the chatbot. And this chatbot you can integrate in anywhere. It can be integrated in your website, it can be integrated in your I would say existing application, or you can send this chatbot this conversation to the WhatsApp as well. Now this is another health bot I was telling you about. This is from Microsoft. I think everybody knows Microsoft. Microsoft being one of the giant organization, right? They also have a health bot. You can try Azure for free as well. Not the chat bot, but in general Azure, that is the Microsoft different applications. So if you see here, build conversational AI experience for your healthcare. So they have made a basic chatbot. Now you have complete flexibility that you can customize it. It is just like you are going to market and you are getting a white color cloth, and now you, that cloth can be dyed in whatever color you want. You want multiple colors, single color, you can completely customize based on your requirements. So if you see here, healthcare organization to build and deploy AI powered compliant conversational healthcare experiences at scale. Again, this is completely HIPAA compliant. Then it understand the natural language capabilities, all clinical terminologies. So they have already integrated AI. You can decide what you want to ask, you can decide the flow, how you want to ask everything, right? So they have these different chatbots which you can go and buy. This is example of one of the organization, Blue Cross, and they say that this is the kind of chat which is happening. I think you can see that this side is the bot, and these are the answers which are given by the users. So you can just integrate and customize it. Med Safety is another platform, right? This is generally FDA's. So this looks something like this. Anyone can go and download this. I think you all coming from pharma background, you all should at least try Med Safety once. You should know it. You should add it in your resumes as well, right? So Med Safety is an application where you can report side effects. You can track the drug related information. You can build a watch list of medications you want to watch, and you can also view the number of reports which have been received in WHO database for suspected adverse drug reactions for different kind of drugs. All this can be done from this application. So this is not only just to give a complaint, that is definitely there, that is primary, but there are a lot of other things which you can always do, right? So this is again giving a new complaint or a new report. Here again, patient name, all those information have been taking what we have been showing. I have been showing you in the different softwares yesterday. So these are different reports. If you can see, these are the pending reports, right? Suspected medication name, if you see here, it's paracetamol. This was the report date, this is a ticket. If you click on this, then you can go in depth and see where is your complaint actually. It's just like tracking your order you had ordered from Amazon, right? So these are certain examples of it. These are news about monitoring COVID-19 vaccine. What is the update on that? There are a lot of people who had updated and reported different ADRs during the COVID time and post vaccination time and all. all those. So these are the multiple things you can do from here in this particular application. It is a good, very good platform. This is example of paracetamol which they have given in a screenshot, right? And what are the different reactions people have been facing, like specifically cardiac disorder, there are 5358. This is a good platform. You all coming from, and not specifically pharma itself also, but anybody who's coming from a healthcare background, you should, and those who are interested in drugs, those who are interested in medications and all, you all should try this application once, or at least you should have in your phones as well. So these are different. Ma'am, please on switch the camera. All right, all right. Oh, I'm so sorry. I think I forgot to do it. Yes, let me just do it. 1 minute. All right. So this was the example for chatbot. Can you all just tell me in the chat, like, was this case study understood or not? Do you guys have any doubt regarding this case study? Shoot in the chat box. Do you want to ask anything? Anybody? You people understood this? All right. Do you have any doubt? All right. All right. Perfect. 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 Okay, then let's move ahead. All right. Now, the next example which comes is, this is an example regarding voice to text AI conversion platform, right? Yesterday we had seen, and I was talking about a case scenario where pharma companies make, setup of big call centers in their area, right? Where different healthcare professionals, different users, or any patient can also give a call to them, and they can tell about their complaints. They can report any adverse event which they have been facing for any particular drug. So traditionally medical representatives or PV teams, they used to manually transcribe all these conversation, right? Be it a conversation of like 30 minutes, 40 minutes, or 1 hour, or 10 minutes, everything was done manually, right? And then they used to enter it into the ADR systems, like all the pharmacovigilance platforms and all. That is definitely time consuming, a lot of chances of error happening. Imagine the person who is transcribing it, he's taking 15, 20 calls in a day, and that is going to be so tedious task. And so I would, yes, boring, definitely, so tedious back to back, and there are definitely chances of creating errors. Inefficiency can definitely be there, right? So that is a very high possibility. I hope like all of you have spoken to automated call structures on bank, right? If you call bank today, AVR systems are there, and they ask you like, how can I help you today? And you can explain in one single line. If you say that I have a credit card related problem, so they'll start giving you options for credit card. If you say I have a bank statement related problem, so they'll give you options with that. How is it that working? That is also an AI, because in AI, because imagine, just let's take example of India. India has such a huge population, everybody saying credit card. I may maybe say it in Hindi, somebody will say in a local language, or somebody will say in a different accent. It is so difficult for a system to identify until and unless there is a AI behind it. So this is again a similar example, right? Nowadays it is not necessary to have a huge call center team. Again, as I mentioned yesterday, as I've been mentioning from last 2 days, AI is never going to replace anybody or anybody's job. It is always going to be assistive and helpful. The end decision always stay on human. This is just helpful in expediting the process, and it is automating the repetitive tasks which are happening. Now, pharma companies need not to have a huge call center of 100 or 200 people taking their complaints every day. People can just call on a toll free number, and there can be an AI voice assistant agent who can ask the question, and people can just give their complaints. And then somebody, once the conversation is done, can review the transcription, right? And then understand, is it a valid case or not? Through that transcription also, there can be an AI which can pick up the important information, like we spoke about the patient name, the reporter name, information about them, what were the symptoms, what were the different events, what were the symptoms, and that extracted information can be reviewed by somebody, and then it can go to the data entry process into the pharmacovigilance platform. So all this can be automated through the system itself. Moving on, let's just take an example here. I'm just expanding to this particular case study itself, right? So an AI recognizes all the medical technologies, drug names, symptoms, and everything with a high accuracy, right? Imagine there is a healthcare professional who has been calling and reporting an ADR, and AI is listening to it. So all this information is unstructured. So AI listen to it, it transcribes it and make it a structured format, right? So transcription is there. AI tries to understand. So the AI I mean here is NLP. It tries to understand the drug name, what are the symptoms, what were the casualty terms which he could hear, Example, after starting the drug, the patient developed dizziness. And then the AI categorizes the adverse event based on severity, frequency, and regulatory guidelines, how we have been seeing in the past examples, right? Again, why this is important, how it is helping. It is obviously time saving, right? The processing time gets 50%. It helps passing on, like, probably traditionally in 1 month, there were like, I'm just taking a hypothetical example. In 1 month earlier, they were able to do 100 cases, closing of 100 cases. It's like, it's just like how it happens in the court, right? The court case keeps running from so long to so long. Similar goes here also. But earlier, without AI, suppose they were able to do 100 cases. Now with AI, they are able to do 250 cases. The capability becomes more than double, which is very good, because sooner the cases are addressed, sooner the changes can be done with respect to a particular drug, more awareness can be created, more regulations can be created. Okay, this drug is not supposed to be given along with drug B, right? Drug C is not supposed to be given to children below age of 18, or from now onwards drug C cannot be used for internal use at all, or drug D cannot be given by intravenous at all. And creating awareness, making decisions how to utilize, all this process become very faster. And making it faster ultimately leads to creating a safer and an effective drug into the market, right? So this is whole agenda of pharmacovigilance, and this is how, one more example, how AI has been helping in this. Like, I remember yesterday somebody has asked me about the Oracle software, that is this just a software or this is an AI as well. So let me just answer that to you all here and show you an example, right? So yesterday what I showed you was a example of AI software on the YouTube videos which I showed you. Now Oracle also have an generative AI, right? So this is an AI which helps in speech to text and text to speech conversion. These are extension. These are different models of Oracle which they have made. Now take an example. I own a clinical research organization company, and I'm already using Oracle software for pharmacovigilance reporting. And I have a team of I have a call center within me. Right now, I want this whole process to be automated, this whole process to be faster and lesser human errors. So what I will do, I will connect, or I will take this Oracle AI and I will connect it with my telephonic conversation system. I will integrate both of them. And then the AI is automatically going to transcribe, and it is automatically going to give the initial data for the data entry. And there is also a possibility that AI can on its own create an initial level of case, and that case can be reviewed by the person who is doing data entry to decide, okay, do we have all information or not, and is this a valid case, to create a case. It can initially be just in draft. I mean, you see in WhatsApp at times you want to you just type everything and then you don't send it because you want to review it later, so it says it's in a draft stage. So AI can also do something similar. A complaint has come over a call, it converts it into text by transcription. It identifies all the important parameter, it separates it, and it keeps in a draft. A data entry person can come, he can see, okay, this was the conversation which has happened, this was the transcription, and these are the information which AI has taken out. Is it making sense? Yes. Do we have everything? Yes. Let's move it ahead for a case. If in case it is not making sense to the data entry person, or all information is not there, he can probably go back to the transcription and read everything. He can probably go back and listen to the conversation also. So this is one of the examples. So this is how Oracle AI is there, right? If you see here, the features of the AI is, it is pre-built acoustics, so it is irrespective at times. Generally you have seen, right, you use headphones and they say noise cancellation, so that aspect is also there. They have different language models, right? They say deep learning is there, so they have a lot of different languages which can be catered. So multilingual people from any language can come and utilize this particular aspect to it. They say that they are supporting data from audio and video files also. If in case the you are finding any video of any complaint in format of a video, that also you can give to Oracle AI and they are going to transcribe it. They say the transcription happens in real time. Neutral to text to speech, neural text to speech. So all of these are multilingual support, native support, which we spoke about, right? So some of the models they're talking about, these models are available in English, Hindi, Italian, French, Germany, all of these. So they say it's more than 57 supported languages. So all these are there. These are like different features of this particular software, right? So next is again Oracle has AI language. So this is specifically for language. Here, if you see, they are covering, they are covering more languages over here, more than 100. So this is specifically for language conversions itself, right? This is also providing you a feature of doing sentiment analysis of positive, negative, or neutral confidence score, which we have spoken about earlier, right? Again, they are categorizing the content and identifying the key phrases. Again, in more than 600 different categories. So this is how Oracle is being working about for different kind of AI with respect to speech and text and transcriptions and all, right? Moving ahead, is this case study clear? Are you all following me? I would want a yes, some interaction. Okay, you guys are following, right? Okay, we have here close to 86 people, but I just see only couple of same names saying yes, yes, yes again, like probably Vikas, Soumya, Dr. Mehta and all. Like, what about others? Are you guys sleeping? Okay, there is some question. Ma'am, I am having network issue. I am unable to hear properly. Can you please send the link in the group and also transcribe so I can understand what you are speaking? Yes, yes. After the session gets over, I am going to send you link of all these companies and examples which I am giving here. All right. I'll add all this in the WhatsApp group. Don't worry, you're not gonna miss anything. And if in case you're having network issues, this session is getting recorded, and later on Dr. Ajit would set the recording of the session also in the group, so don't worry about that, and links I am going to share, right? Okay, moving on to case study 4. We have been talking about yesterday about monitoring medical journals, medical review papers, literature, clinical notes and everything, right? These are very important aspect of whole ADR reporting. This I really think if journals are not there, PubMed platforms like PubMeds are not there, reviews are not happening, we would be going to, miss out a lot on. Okay. We would be missing out a lot on, a lot going about the drugs and how they have been performing. So yes, so how, let me tell you how AI works in here. So AI has an ability to scan thousands of journals, articles, in one go, and they can easily scan again the ADR and the important related information. So how, again, here NLP is generally used. It extracts all the necessary information from the papers. Again, all the necessary information, we all know what it is. From now onwards, I'm not going to repeat it. You all know what are the necessary information for a ADR to be reported, right? Again, once it have the necessary information, it prioritizes, it categorizes based on severity, frequency, and everything. And then that is entered into the system again. This whole process now, this can be not only done with the literature papers or reviews or journals itself. This can also be done with the clinical notes. at times you all would have also experienced, you go to doctor if in case you have some chronic disease or you have been fallen sick for a long period of time. Every time when you go, when doctor changes the medication, he generally asks you, or you only tell that okay, this medication is not suiting me, this is what is happening to me, right? Or allergies or anything, they make clinical notes on side of a paper to keep it there for the further use. Probably tomorrow you are going to visit a new doctor and you're not going back to the same doctor, so the new doctor can read those clinical notes and then he can decide how to plan your treatment. Similarly, same goes for clinical trials as well, right? So these clinical notes are also very important. Regulatory reports are also very important. During one whole process of drug development, there are so many regulatory reports which are coming, right, over a period of different time intervals. So it is a tedious task again to sit every day and scan all of these papers, all of these journals or regulatory reports. Probably somebody new has come and they want to know, okay, what happened in the last audit with respect to metformin, with respect to XYZ stage of it. They have to go back to regulatory reports. Regulatory reports are like 30 pages long. And what to do? Let's use AI there. It is a repetitive task, it is a tedious task. Let's automate it. Let's automate this whole process. So that is where AI is coming into place again. So there are again different, it is not anything new I'm telling you which is not there into the market. It is there, you know like Base being one of them. I'm going to show you a lot of examples also now. So there are already existing into the market system. So this is also one of the way how AI is being utilized. Let me show you one of the example again. Okay. So IBM Watson Discovery software, right? Okay. So they have a lot of products. Specifically in AI and machine learning, they have a lot of products. I will send you this link. You all can go through different platforms. Like, no, I am telling you here specifically for literature conversions and journaling and all those aspects. But they are having a lot of other products also. You can scan through it. Here, if you see AI and the data platform. And do you see this is one of the example of the chatbot we just did the last time. It says, hi, how are you? Now it will start talking to me. I'll just show you. I need support. I have a sales related question. If I say I need support, then it categorizes. This is a chatbot which is talking to me. Technical issues. It will navigate me and then it is going to ask a lot of questions. This is a huge, and or type question like what are AI assistants or anything. This is one of the example of the chatbot. Here there is a AI plugin again here. So this is the example how AI chatbots are there. I'm not going to do it because it is going to take a lot of data of me and we don't also have time for that as well. But are you sure you want to end the chat? Yes. But this is just an example to you. Coming back to IBM Watson Discovery software. So this is an AI software where you can actually label your document. Now, let me give you an example. What does labeling mean, right? So, okay. So this is one of a review paper. Generally, if you see, every review paper have a format, pre-decided format, right? There is a title, there is a list of authors, then on top there is always summary. It starts with introduction, right? After introduction, methods and methodologies come, right? And results come. In results, generally they have a tabular format, right? And lot of different data sets are also there. They also give a graphical representation. In end they do a discussion, they also give a conclusion, acknowledgement, references, and all of this. This is an ideal standard format any review paper. So here what you can do, you can do labeling the on top, like the revenue growth. This is example of a financial type of information. You can label, just 1 minute, you can actually take a paper like this, something like this, and you can tell the AI first, okay, this is a heading, this is a subtitle, like here if you see header, footer, this is a question, right? And this is how methodologies look like. So basically because now scanning can happen for a lot of things. It can happen for literature paper, it can happen for regulatory reports, it can happen for clinical notes. And now, in order to utilize the AI, as I spoke about, this AI models are trained to identify information. But first, you have to tell them that what information you want to identify. So initially, you give them at least 5 to 6 papers or 5 to 6 reports, and you tell them that this is a review paper, this is a title, this is a discussion, this is the result. In result, these are the different parts. Then the AI learns, and afterwards, it will start automatically reviewing all your different review papers, and it will start extracting the important information from them, right? So this is what they do. This is the example which I gave you. It also gives you a lot of insights, and it will, I mean, you need not to go through the whole paper, right? You can, this is one of the example, you need not to go through the whole paper. It is automatically going to tell you a lot of information what is there in the paper. It is automatically going to figure out what is the severity, what are the ADRs reported, this is regarding which particular drug, and everything. This is one of the case study where Pfizer and IBM, they collaborated together, and they had been using this Watson AI product for their immuno-oncology research project. So I am not going to go in detail about it, but I will be sharing this link to you all, so you can actually read that how Pfizer and IBM Watson collaborated together, and this AI, and specifically for literature scanning and all, was very helpful for them in their immuno-oncology research paper, right? Moving ahead. Magic Bus offers course in it. Uh, okay, I didn't understand narrative writing and medical writing. Is it paid? Yes, 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 Avinav, this is paid. All these softwares are paid. Why would some company make these AI and softwares and not being paid? All these softwares are paid. And these softwares cannot be utilized by any single user. These are always going to be utilized by organization and organization name itself, because at the end, this all platforms are dealing with healthcare information, drug information. These are very sensitive information. These informations are again related to patient. These can also contain a lot of I would say a lot of different identifiable and personal informations. So these all are paid. These all are HIPAA compliant. These cannot be bought individually by one person. This has to be bought by company. The companies are also supposed to give their background about what the company is, what they're doing, what they are into, and all. So a proper audit happens, and then only you get access to these. And these are paid, yes. So again, these are one of the example. I am going to send links to you. This is, again, Viva is one of an Indian, it is a organization which is made by Indians but based out of outside, right? So this is one of them. I am going to send you, Amazon is also doing some of the work in this direction. I am going to send you links to these as well later on. I can actually, I want to show you this. We can have a look at Viva. This is a good platform. Okay. So Viva has everything, everything. They are providing a lot of services, lot, like they provide tool for completely. This is not only just for pharmacovigilance, but they are also into clinicals, regulatory, safety, quality management, QC, and all. So they provide software systems completely end to end, right? So again, I am going to share link to you. You can just watch this video. They are going to tell you end to end how ADR reporting is being done in their organization. They have been working very closely with Merck. So I am going to share you the link to these. You can probably explore more about these different platforms and just see that what all other capabilities these platforms are giving to you. All right, moving ahead. Okay, so can we able to do some case studies in any tool? No, you will not be able to do these case study in any of the tool. I am trying to give you maximum exposure what is available publicly to us, right? Me as an individual, I can also not go to the company and buy these tools. They are not allowed. As I told you, you need proper licensing of a background from healthcare organization. Without that, you cannot do. You will only get access to use these once you start working on any of the organizations. Before that, you cannot have access to these. Also, yes, there are a lot of them. There are a lot of them. We can discuss about that as well. Moving on, I hope you all are available. So I want you all to know that there are different platforms of electronic health record, EMR, right? You go to hospitals, you see from registration of a patient to their billing, detailed medical notes, clinical notes, everything is there into these system. Then also talking about the insurance claims as well. All these are also a very good resource of reporting. I'll tell you how. So this is one of the image of interface of Athena 1. Athena 1 is a hospital information management software, right? So this software, if you see in this particular screen, this is page of a patient called as Jake. They tell that this is a male patient, right? This is the patient ID. They're talking about what are the historical problems this patient have been facing. It is a diabetes mellitus patient, also with hypertension. You can, being a healthcare professional, they can select if it is chronic or acute. Hyperlipidemia is also reported. Here, care episodes and tracking can be done. In this particular stage, if you see, you can see here patient. So this is what the patient says. Patient says BP has gone up past couple weeks. He's taking all the medication. There's no chest pain, headache, and blurry vision, right? So based on this, the system is picking up all the different kind of symptoms. No dizziness, no lightedness, no chest pain, but dizziness, this is there. Whatever is there. So a healthcare professional can just click on those. You can also get to know, you can record what is lifestyle of a particular patient and what are the medications they are taking. Have they stopped it? Is there any side effect related to that or not? So all this information can be, a AI can run behind the system and they can keep capturing all these important information. And if in case AI identifies any drug, any ADR, it can just flag it into the system. So whole point of showing you this example is to tell you that it is very important, and that we use these digital tools of hospital information management software and different software, because then everything is recorded and digitalized. It is easy to track, it is easy to capture at the same point of time, right? Moving on, this is another page of Jake itself, of Athena software itself. Here it's listed that he has allergies to peanut and penicillin. These are the problems he's facing and these are the medications. You can also see the different vitals over a period of time. This would be recording of a different time period. Probably it's not mentioned here, it's been for how long, but these records are there and it is there into the system again. Now this is so helpful. By seeing these graph and giving these, knowing that what at what time these medications have been taken, the healthcare professionals or the AI can identify when was there a dip in the BP. And they can also do a correlation. You remember there was a criteria where we try to find out that is this adverse event happening because of a particular drug which patient has taken, or there is any other reason. It can be because of lifestyle also, it can be because of some other drug as well, we don't know. But having these clinical evidence, it supports, right? Here system has all the information of last visit and it is in detail. The lipid panel has improved in the visit, the HDL is up, the LDLs are low, all these information is there. Last hemoglobin A1C was this much, he's tolerating metformin at higher doses without any side effects. So all these are clinical notes which have been taken. These all are so important. We just learned how AI can scan the text, transcribe it, and it can pick up important information. So these informations are there on day-to-day basis in hospital. Nurses are entering, updating for at least inpatient, admitted patient. They are doing their regular updates. Everything is happening in system. Everything can be tracked, and we can actually do very well in pharmacovigilance. This is again one more example. Here there is a patient with migraine potential. So the here AI is already there. So AI is able to tell that these are the potential diagnosis which can be done there. Athena 1 is again the same software. This is again very detailed if you see, right? Here, even there are details of smoking status. It was a former smoker, right? Here, there are details of ECG, BMI over a period of time. This is from 19th of April to, and this was the last weight which has been noticed on 1st of November in the same year. BP, sodium, potassium level, these are all lab details. What we were entering into the PV system. So all these informations are coming from where? They are coming from lab figures itself, lab details, all are there. These are then plotted into the graph. If everything is plotted in the graph, it is so easier to visualize. This is for hypertension. This is, you click on lipid, you can notice for lipid informations also. If you click on medication tablet, you will get a detailed view of how medications have been taking. If you see here, they are telling that these are the medication, this is the dose, and these are the tablets. So all this, if everything is digitalized, it is so easier. It is so easier to have implementation of AI, and we can have an early signaling strategies, early noticing that okay, this ADR can come up. Again, one more view of different heart rate over a period of time, sodium, potassium, creatinine. If you see here, cardiovascular medications, right? This is the medication tablet of 80 mg dose, right? This particular was an injection, and this was given at so many intervals at these different time. So this injection was given at these different timelines. So because this is a screenshot, it doesn't have a lot of details, but if you click on this and if you see above, when the first time the 40 mg injection dose of was given, that these were the status of creatinine, sodium, and the heart rate and the BP. When the next was given, this was the fluctuation with BP and heart rate. When the next was given, this was the one. So this is such a nice detailed overview, right? It is so easy, it is so helpful. That is why technology and healthcare should come together. On all other different details are also there. Again, if somebody is related, so this is a patient with chronic obstructive lung diseases. Now, any pharma company who is making drugs with respect to chronic obstructive diseases, this information is so much important to them. This is like probably a gold mine. They can figure out that when fluctuations are happening, what is happening, are they able to capture any ADR, and probably they can help in changing any component, any compound, or making changes in the formulations as well. So that is why having clinical evidence, making a note of all of this is very important in having a clinical scenario at the same point of time. Again, AI implementation. These are very small case studies. Just I just spoke about, I just showed you an example of EHR and insurance claims, right? Again, Pfizer is using it. They utilize AI for running over a million of EHR and insurance record, right? If in case there is a new diabetes medication is coming up, they run their AI on all the patients in past who have been coming with respect to diabetes. They scan their lab results, prescription, what the doctor note has, has been giving to them, and then they are identifying the ADR. What was the impact? This approach detected safety signals 2 years earlier than a traditional report method, allowing for early regulatory intervention. If we would have gone with the traditional method of reporting, the particular ADR would have been identified after 2 years. After 2 years, then regulatory interventions would have been done. But now they were able to identify two ADRs. They were able to identify different ADRs 2 year early itself. So here signaling strategy worked. Again, this is another case study with respect to Novartis, where they were using a different kind of AI model. So these are like NLPs, deep learning. These are different models. They were trying to predict risk of cardiovascular events in a newly launched anti-inflammatory drug. Same thing. They utilized EHR reports, they utilized insurance reports and everything, right? And they tried to make an AI which predicts the probability of ADR, of having stroke or heart attack before, it can be widely utilized in the population. What was the impact? The AI model identified a 5% higher risk of stroke in certain patient groups, which is leading to a black box warning updated modified prescribing guidelines. So they identified that this medication should not be given with a certain age group. So because these all are sensitive information, these are not publicly available, what age group it was and what specific drug Novartis is talking about. But just to give you an information, and let's take example, this cannot be given to probably patients within the age of 10 to 20 years. So once they got to know through the AI and they are able to predict this, then they could modify the prescribing guidelines. They could mention that this drug cannot be taken or cannot be prescribed to patients who are being in the age group of 10 to 20. So this is one of the examples, right? So again, post market surveillance is again one of the example. You can today most of you would be wearing smartwatches, Fitbit, Apple Watch, and probably from boat and all, right? They tend to tell you your BP rates and all of these, right? So AI has been implemented there also, where there is identification of 5% increase in irregular heartbeat among elderly patients, which is promoting a label update and physician guideline. So again, Pfizer had been working with respect to a particular medication, and they were tracking the medication effect on different patients. And then they tried, after the AI runs over a period of time, they noticed that there has been irregular heartbeat in elderly patient. That led to improvise label update. So medication, you see that labeling is done, right? Everything, every information is written about that particular medication. So all those have been changed. So the AI can be interfaced with the wearable devices also which you are wearing, right? So this is again one of the intervention which can be done, and implementation of AI, and this can be utilized in post marketing surveillance afterwards, after the approvals have been given and our drug is already there into the market. Roche used AI powered signal monitoring to analyze Twitter, Facebook, Reddit posts for real world patient feedback on an autoimmune disease drug. This is an example which we have already read about, right? Scanning of post. So, this is in a scanning of post can only be done in case of post market surveillance case scenario. So, this is one of them. Are we clear about all this? This is a case study. Again, I will share you. This is specifically with respect to vaccination. Let me just show you. All right. So this is a platform called as Vigimobile. This is for adverse reporting forms. Right. So this is a case study I will share you. You all can read Vigimobile for National Immunization Program. So all structured ADR faced with respect to immunizations, they have been added here. This is a specific separate mobile platform which has been made, right? These apps were installed into smartphones, laptops, and tablets everywhere. And then ADR was reported round across. So for all immunization programs, Vigimobile is being used. It is not Indian, just to like FYI. This is happening in Tanzania, but it is working. So we also have a huge network of ASHA workers, and ASHA workers actively give immunization. We should also have probably one single portal for immunization ADR reporting as well, similarly. So this is one of them. Are you all there with me? Are you understanding it? Are you guys sleeping? Yes, Mission Indradhanush. There can be automation more to that. No, you are not understanding. What are you not understanding? Kunal, understanding. Okay. Okay. So you said no, that you guys are not sleeping. Okay. Okay. I'm sorry. Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. Perfect. Is it interesting? Are you guys learning something new? You finding it interesting? Is it easy to understand? Okay. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Okay, so last 30 minutes. Okay, just also to give you guys background, okay? So this the intention of having this workshop is to create awareness in all of you who are coming from healthcare background and being healthcare professional, that yes, AI has this capability in healthcare organization or healthcare domain, Now, this is a workshop which creates awareness. This is a workshop which helps you explore and it gives you new information. Now, maybe after this workshop, some of you are too interested in the space of AI or in space of pharmacovigilance in AI. Then you definitely need to have updated course which are going to be more in depth into this. So you need to understand there is a difference between workshop and there is a difference between courses as well. So what we are doing in these 3 days, it is a workshop because this AI in itself is a huge thing. It cannot be learned in just 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, or a week. You need to dedicate time to it. The intention of these workshops or such workshop is to create awareness, to tell you what you don't know. And one good thing what you can do from now onwards is, now because you have a basic idea, you can either decide do you want to get into this direction and take up more courses, and on basics you can start including all these information what you have learned from my workshop by adding it into your resumes and learning on your own more about these. Like the most important thing which I mentioned is you have to make sure that you mention about different pharmacovigilance platform, Oracle being the most one, Veena being the another one which I just told you. It is mandatory. You should showcase in your resume that you know it. Trust me, it is going to help you. Then you should tell about all these capabilities of AI, that you are aware about all this, because people are always going to prefer candidates who have some base knowledge, because it is easier for you to mold them and it is easier for them to train you. So the preference is going to be more for them compared to the others. Yeah. Okay. I'm a second year student and it's new to me. Yes, it is going to be new to you. Now it is good that you enrolled being a second year student itself. Now, at least by the time you're going to finish your particular course, you know in which direction you want to know. And now, as in when you go to third year, in the next year, you can even have a better understanding and probably you come up with a new idea. Are you working in clinical research? It will be good if you can do live demo of live case processing and all. Anybody who is working in clinical research organization, first of all, my dear friends, let me tell you, it is against the law to show live demo and live processing like this. Why? Because at the end of this, whichever case we process, that includes a patient's name, a patient information, a patient identification, and the reporter identification, which is not allowed. Imagine just that, Mayur, if you are undergoing some issue and I am publishing your information to so many students. So, information, such information, these are sensitive information, sensitive electronic health informations, which cannot be done live demo. Yes, there are case scenarios where some accounts can be created just for demo purpose, where we create demo datas. But again, to do such demos, you need to have access to these software, and which software access cannot be taken by you and me all alone, right? As I mentioned, these are supposed to be taken by pharma companies or healthcare organizations itself. They will not give to individuals. Healthcare data and rules and regulations are very strict. Ma'am, can you please share few courses would like to enhance in this field? Yes, I think Dr. Ajit had shared one yesterday, and he'll share you more also. And I'll share you some access to free information and free webinars and free sessions as well, right? May I know the difference between AI and machine learning? AI is artificial intelligence and machine. Okay, how should I put it to you? Okay, so at the end, any model which is a AI model which is made, right? That undergoes, or probably I'll take this question at the end of the session. Okay, so because it would include more example and it might take a longer time, I'm going to come back to this. But just in interest of time, and we are left with half an hour, there are a couple of more information which I'm supposed to give you. What is the course duration of AI in PV? It depends on different courses by different organizations. Yes, if you do a course in data science and generative AI, it is going to help you. Yes, definitely. I will come to this. I will come to this. I will come to this. All right. So I want to give you a couple of examples of how on day-to-day activities in the PV world you can utilize generative AI. And by generative AI, I specifically mean ChatGPT, right? Okay. By the way, before we get there, have did you guys try asking your ChatGPT that, hey ChatGPT, what do you know about me? Can I get some answers in the chat? Did you guys do it? Okay. What was the response? How was it? Were you a little shocked? Were you all smiling doing that? Were you shocked that, oh my God, this knows so much about me? Okay, you're blushing. All right, all right, all right, all right. All right. So yes. So how do it know? How how do it doing it now? Don't do it now. Don't do it now, Artika. Do it later on because it is a fun activity. Now I want you to focus here. Afterwards, you do it. ChatGPT doesn't know anything about you. Probably you have not done a lot of conversation with ChatGPT yet, Priyanka. So more you talk, more it is going to know about you. More, a lot more. Right? Okay. So like have anyone done any literature summarization using ChatGPT as of now? Yes, he knows only what you search. So it depends. So obviously it is an AI model. It is going to learn what you teach or what you tell them. That's all. Not more than that. So it depends on you how much information you want to give it to them. Right. Okay. So you have done literature summarization. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. So I would also want to do a literature summarization here in front of you all. So everything here depends on what kind of prompts you give, right? It is very important to give nice prompts to ChatGPT so that it understands what exactly you want. It can go into different direction and everything. You have to be very clear. So let me just give you an example of here. I want to focus on more on the kind of prompts you given, right? So this is one of the example. This is just uploading. So I call my chat GPT Chip. Let me just show you. Hey Chip, I want you to summarize this paper for me. Okay. So if you see here, this was the paper, right? So I had just shown you, you all would have seen so many different papers. So it is telling me objective, it is telling me what was the study design, right? So it is also telling me the results. It says it significantly improved all major symptoms of OAB compared to placebo, right? Here, there are different tables which were given for placebo effect at a dose of 5 mg, at a dose of 10 mg. It just makes your life easy. And this is what, at least now, just within a minute of a read, you will get to know what is there in this paper. You have a gist now in front of you. Now from here you can keep on drilling more. Okay. Let Tell me about the ADR which are reported in the paper. Okay. So it told me the common ADRs. This is dry mouth, there is constipation, there is blur vision. It is also telling me about severity. Most drug adverse reactions were mild to moderated intensity, and severe adverse events were very rare. Is also telling me about dose relationship. The 10 mg dose had a slight higher incidence of side effects, especially for dry mouth and constipation compared to 5 mg. Despite this, the overall tolerability remained good at both the doses. So this is how you can keep utilize summarizing and asking the direct and the right questions what you want to know through the chat GPT itself, right? I want to also give you an example. if in case tomorrow somebody goes to an organization and you are doing a narrative writing, right? So I have already written it in the interest of time to save the time over here. So just a moment. Okay. So I am telling my chat GPT here that consider yourself as a medical. I want you all to focus on the way I am writing these conversations and I am doing these prompts. Okay. So I am telling that consider yourself as a medical writer who is having more than a decade of experience. Because the way you are going to tell them, the way you are going to ask and prompt, and the more information, the elaborated, the detailed information you give in here, the more concrete and a filtered answer you're going to get here. Right? Consider yourself as a medical writer having more than a decade of experience writing narrative summary involving adverse event as part of your role in drug safety function. With the given input from the source document, write a narrative summary that can be submitted to regulatory authorities. Ensure you do not include any personally identifiable information in the narrative, which is very important, right? Ask in case any crucial information is missing from the input data. The input data narrative writing is as follows. And then I am giving it, suppose I got a complaint from phone or from a post or somewhere, right? So this is what the patient name, age, and all these information about the drugs and the dose, and then there are therapy dates and everything. And they say that this event was reported by a healthcare professional named as Dr. Shivam, and a couple of more information about the manufacturer. And let's see how the narrative writing comes here. Now, again, just to tell you all, like tomorrow, probably you're working with any pharma company, you can just not take any random complaint at ask in, and ask your chat GPT to do narrative writing for that. It is not allowed. It is not safe. Again, you're taking information from a pharma company or a pharmacovigilance company and you're sharing it with your chat GPT. No, you can do only this when you are joining a pharma company, when you are joining a PV company, they will provide you access to ChatGPT or any of such AI product. And they have already trained the generative AI products like this. It can be ChatGPT, it can be Google Gemini, or it can be something else also. They would have already trained it on their system, on their database. Because every organization you go, there is going to be a different format of narrative writing or different format of different reportings. It is going to differ. So it is very important that whenever you start using such applications in your regular use, they are trained over a particular kind of data from the relative from the organization. It is not allowed to take a particular case and then you do it in your personal chat gpt, because you are leaking information of particular patient. These are personal and health informations and which are not allowed at all. Just to remember, this is breach of somebody's privacy, right? So this is the format of narrative writing which I have got. A 103-year-old male patient from Australia, identified as patient AC, experiences a serious adverse event related to prolonged hospitalization following treatment with so and so. So this is how. So at the end, you can also just not copy paste the same and share it, and you can just not, uh, move ahead, right? You cannot do that. You have to do review at the end. As I told you, chat gpts or such AI tools, they are never ever going to replace these people who are working in these space. At the end, it is very important to be a reviewer and to pass on the further data. All right, because for now I want you to focus on the class and chat with your chat gpt much later, right? So this is example of narrative summary, right? I want you all to tell you, have you, any one of you, utilized any of such platform for data analysis? Chat GPT. Have you ever utilized Chat GPT for data analysis? No, no. Okay. Okay, let me show you how you can do it. So here I have uh, data, okay, of patients. There are 30 patients. I have their patient ID, I have their age, I have their gender. They are taking different type of drugs, different doses. I know that when this particular drug had been taken or started, the basically the start date, the end date, what are the different adverse events reported, and what was the outcome. If the patient recovered or still the adverse event is happening, is the patient no more or they are hospitalized. Now, understand if in case you have a huge, so I here I'm just taking example of 30 data sets. Understand if in case you have a huge data set, and you can utilize AI to, again, these all these information, all this everything have to be done only on a company's AI platform itself. You cannot do it personally, it is not allowed. I am doing here because I have created these dummy datas, and that is why I'm just showing you how you can use this. So I just uploaded this sheet with this data, and in the interest of time I have already written what all prompts I want to give. So based on this, suppose I want to know, I'm telling it that summarize the patient demographics, age, gender distribution, and list the common events from the above data sets. Let's see what it will tell me. It is analyzing it. Okay. Now, instead of you going in detail from this one by one, this is just 30 patients, it is easier. But if in case you have more like hundreds and lakhs of data, it just summarizes for you mean age, median age, this is the age range, this is the sex distribution between male and female, the common adverse events which have been reported are these, and these are the number of cases to it. It is so easy for you to just have a quick glance and have a quicker understanding of your data set, right? Let me ask, list all the unique drugs involved in the data set. Let's see what it says. It says it sees I can't do more advanced data analysis right now. Please try again. Okay, so my limit is done, so I cannot do it. So what I'm going to do is I am going to share you all these prompts, and I'm also going to share you this data sheet as well. Right? Today, after the session, or probably tomorrow, what I want you to do is I want you to give all these prompts one by one, and I want you to see how you are getting the results. Let me just do one. Let's see if it is going to give me, because this is a free version. So okay, so it is going in. Okay. Again, this is not creating a pie chart for me because I have trained it on a lot of different codes as well, right? Since all your chat GPTs are going to be fresh and new, they are probably going to give better results on this, and they won't include those codes because my chat GPT is trained a lot on the code aspect of it. So I'm going to share you these prompts, and I want you all to see that how different answers are there, and then you have to share the answers or probably share your experience to me on the chat as well. Can you do that? Chat GPT also needs subscription. Yes, it does. See, I'm using a free version. The plus version is also there. I need to upgrade to it if I need to ask more questions to it per day. So there is a per day limit, so that is there. Yes, nothing is for free, my friend. We are recently started using Copilot. Yes, you can use Copilot within the organization to quickly find relevant SOPs. Yes, GPTs and such, I would say generative AI platforms, they help you a lot on creating different documents also. All right, guys, this is all from my side for you all for 3 days. I hope you all got some exposure to some new content, new information. Now, what you all can do is you all can shoot more questions to me. You all can also suggest that if in case you want to learn about some specific thing which you found very eye-catchy or interesting in these 3 days, we can go in depth and we can do a next workshop regarding that, or anything else you want to know. I'm going to share you a lot of different links of different organizations who are working into these spaces. I spoke about Oracle AI and all this. I have collected close to 10 to 15 links which I'll be sharing you to the WhatsApp group as well. I'm open to questions. We have 10 minutes and we can have discussions if somebody want to unmute themselves or anything like that. Let's have discussions. What? Nobody has any question? No? How come no questions? 98 we have. Today, are you all sleeping?
Hello, ma'am. Good evening. This side Vikas.
Yes, Vikas.
Ma'am, what if we don't give information to AI? Would it be doing it on self or not?
No, it won't.
So, ma'am,
AIs
basically,
are made to understand, AIs are generally made to understand pattern and then give you answers. So if you don't train your model on initial information, it will not know what information to give it to you. It is just like when you are kids, you are taught how to behave, you are taught how to cook food or how to swim. If randomly somebody just throws you into the water, you will not be able to swim because you have not learned it. Your brain also, you would have heard a lot about deep neural network. It is also a kind of model of AI. There is a reason why they call it. Just a moment, I'll show you something. 1 minute, I'll just share my screen. So here, if you see, right, you would have heard about deep neural networks. This is also a kind of model. So deep neural network is being developed with respect to brain itself. In a brain also, you would have studied about neurons, right? And the different parts of a neuron. I'm just trying to find the exact image. Okay, this is a good example. See. So this is a neuron. There is synapse, there is axon, there are dendrites, and there is a cell body. So this is a human brain neuron. So this is similarly, synapse always give output. So there is an output from the major body. This is the cell body. This is the axon which connects, and these are the dendrites. So dendrites go and they take a lot of information, right? And then that goes to the cell body, and via axon, through the synapse, it gives you an output. And if you have seen that our brain has is completely what is it? It is a connection of different cell bodies, neurons, axons, synapse, and everything. If you see, it is completely made up of that, right? So that is how the term also deep neural network came from this particular word itself. So this is also a mode of language or a type of model of AI. So that is where deep neural network also came in from. Now, to answer your question, which you just mentioned, Vikas, until and unless you train a model on anything, you will not, your AI is not going to give you answers because it doesn't know what you are asking. First, you have to teach it.
So basically, ma'am, we are creating a machine that
Hmm.
depend on us. Then
Yes.
now we are depending on them.
Yes.
So why do we need them?
Again, why do you need? So AI, the role of AI, as I've been telling from last 2 days, right? So AI helps in automating the process, right? Everything that is being any task which is repeatedly done, right, which involves a lot of laborious task, which is a tedious task, that can be automated by AI. Why AI? Because there are chances that humans will make error, right, because of human error, because of being tired, because of being monotonous, because of paining eyes, or because of your mental state or anything, or just missing it out. But a AI will not miss anything. AI are going to be helpful for healthcare professionals to take better decisions. So it is your responsibility to train your AI better. So that is what they say, larger the data set, better accuracy of an AI. So AI helps in fasting the whole process. Just I told you, we just learned a case study example where there were identification of an ADR in advance in 2 years. If it would have been done in the normal process of paper, writing everything on paper and then regulatory process, it would have taken 2 years. You never know, by in those 2 years so many lives would have gone, so many people would have been suffering so much. They saved so many lives, so much of time, and they could implement changes in the with respect to drug also. That is why we need AI.
So basically, fasting the system, we
Yes.
required AI.
Yes.
Only the major purpose is that,
Not
or
major purpose is
anything.
that fasting is the not the major one. It is, it fasters, it reduces the error into the system. At times AI is able to understand or find something completely new which is going to be missed by us. There is something called as predictive AI. When the first COVID wave came, lot of AI models were built to predict when is the second wave coming and third wave coming. That is why the first wave had hit us a lot, but by second wave we were more prepared because we had AI predicting that these are going to be the upcoming timelines based on the data. They have been trained on so much of data of COVID time. They could predict that this is going to be the time period when the next COVID is coming. So organizations, healthcare organizations, government, everybody was more prepared, and that is why we could just overcome it. So it depends on what kind of application you want to do of AI.
Ma'am, last question. Could we 100% depend on AI predictability?
So so there is something called as intelligence score, or there is something called as accuracy score. You would have also heard people talk about, okay, how accurate is your AI? Some people say it is 98% accurate, it is 100% accurate, right? It depends. So these are all are mathematical calculations about the AI which is being done, right? There is always an error. So it depends if a software claims of an organization complain that our AI is 100% having 100% accuracy, 100% sensitivity and specificity, you can completely depend on that. Yes, but if it is not, then you cannot. And the accuracy increases with the more amount of data it is trained on. More data you give, it is going to learn it. It is just like so. Also, to answer the question, the difference between AI and ML, right? So AI is what? AI is creating. AI is our base. AI is what? AI is a machine that can stimulate human intelligence. But we being human, we are affected by a lot of factors: emotional, lifestyle, mental, different medications we take or we don't take medications, or our surrounding. We are equally intelligent, right? We have so many neurons, cell body synapse, we cannot even think. That is why you would have heard that people say we don't even use 3% of our brain. But AI is what? AI is a machine which simulate the human intelligence. ML is a subset of AI. AI के अंदर ML आता है, मशीन
Hmm.
लर्निंग, राइट, जहाँ पे हम बोलते हैं when we train our data, AI का एक मॉडल होता है, और when that model is trained, that is called as machine learning. AI is a machine that simulates human intelligence, and we give and feed in a lot of data so that it can learn patterns and it can use it intelligence. So machine learning is a subset of AI.
Ma'am, could it possible we stop using AI and work for increasing the human brain capability?
I don't think so
As
it's
you
possible in
as you
near
said,
future.
there is we only use the maximum capability of our brain
Probably
for
Elon
AI.
Musk will do it and he would be doing it. I don't know. As of now, it is
No,
not
ma'am. Just
possible.
I thought that what if we are focusing on increasing the capability of human minds?
Okay, how you will do it, I don't know. But probably researches are going on. You can go and search more about that. As of now, it is not possible. I don't know.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right. Thank you, Vikas.
Good
Okay.
evening,
Pragya
ma'am.
says I'll just take the chat questions just a moment. AI and regulatory compliance, FDA, WHO, yes, everything is there. These AIs are similar to what I just showed you the example, because all these are regulatory, are based on report generation, right? So I just showed you what's an IBM. That is one of the example of regulatory compliances that can also be utilized over there. So it is there. So these AI, they just, because regulatory process is very process heavy, text heavy, information heavy, there are always chances of missing on some information. So these AIs generally tell you during the compliances that you have missed this compliance, or you have missed this information, you are not compliant to so and so particular regulatory rules. So AI plays a lot of part there. A lot of organizations are using it. What role in industry could I explore, or any specific role I can leverage these skills? Can you please list us some companies preferably recruiting these roles? I can do it, but not right away. Probably I'll take some time and I can post the same in the WhatsApp group, because I also need to check if they are currently recruiting or not. Pragya, this is also a type of name of a type of AI model, like neural network. This is one of them, right? This is a different kind of AI model. It is a type of AI model. Can I dedicate a song for you, ma'am? Oh my God, this is so sweet. Okay. Uh, that's all. Okay. Yes. Do anybody else have any question, or we are almost
Can
towards
I
the...
ask a question, ma'am?
Yes, yes, yes. Please tell me.
Uh, Actually, the session was so good and I got immense knowledge from the session, ma'am. Thank you so much for that. And
Thank
so far, we are talking about the advantages of, like, not advantages, the AI part in pharmacovigilance. Could you tell me what are the biggest challenges involved in implementing AI in pharmacovigilance, ma'am? Like,
all.
what are the disadvantages part involved in AI implementation?
Right, right. So disadvantage, major disadvantage part, not only AI and pharmacovigilance specific itself also, but in general, all AIs, right? So in the starting itself, I told you about HIPAA compliant and GDPR compliance. If any of these software tools or AIs are not compliant to any of these HIPAA or GDPR, it is going to be challenging, because then there is a lot of sharing of data is going to happen, which is not allowed. So that is a major challenge. Major challenge is making all these softwares compliant, so individual patient information can be kept safe, and it is not misutilized, in short. And then another challenge is to make a good AI model that can be, on which we can be dependent, and that is more accurate. You need a large amount of data set. If you don't have a large data set, your AI is not going to work, and that is not going to be helpful. So at times, collecting a large or a huge data set is a major problem. These are the major two problems. And this is not specifically in PV itself. It is applicable for any AI which we make in healthcare domain.
Thank you, ma'am. I just want to take up another question from your answer, ma'am. So the second point you mentioned, like, we require large amount of data sets. So how the data quality is maintained when AI tools is used in PV, ma'am? How the
All
large data quality is managed?
All right, all right. So, first of all, where does this all I mean, data will come from? These will come from major pharmacovigilance companies who are being there in the industry from lot and lot of time, right? Now, because they are using these information in structured format in their software tools, just like I told Oracle. For Oracle, making an AI tool is very easy because they are such an old organization from so many decades and they have so much of data. And that too, one more challenge is structured data and unstructured data. So conversion of data from unstructured to structured is also a challenge. But Oracle being there in the industry from so many decades, having so much of data, and that too everything structured, because they are already using a tool where they have patient name, information, everything is there. So it is much more easier for them to make their own AI, because they will have millions of patients of information and all of them being structured over there.
Thank you, ma'am.
I have heard 2 years company will remove hiring new people as fresher. No, nothing like that will happen. No, nothing like that will happen. AI tools are just to be supportive tools. These are supportive tools. They help in taking better clinical decisions and faster. They are never going to replace it. Do you think any AI come it can replace a doctor as well? No, at the end, it human interface is required. All right. If in case you have more questions, you all can put it on the WhatsApp channel as well. We will conclude it. Thank you so much for being a good audience for all 3 days. And I will be sharing all these
Hello,
links.
ma'am.
Yes, yes, Soumya, please tell me.
I would like to dedicate a song for you.
Oh my God. Okay, please do that. I don't know if it is allowed. I don't know, Dr. Ajit. I don't know if it is allowed or not.
It's like I feel these 3 days, it's like a very pleasant and very cool sessions. I would
All,
love to sing a song for you.
sure, sure, sure. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Sharing in the shadation like a pool upon the ocean. Come and feel me. Come and heal me. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much. Thank you so much. Means a lot. Thank you so much. Thanks, Soumya. All
Yeah.
right. Thank you, everyone. Have a good Sunday. Bye bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.